Hello and good afternoon, good morning, good day, everyone. This is Desborne O'Neil here with another video. And this time I am going to be showing you behind the scenes of my brand new website. It's called Desborne O'Neil and it's available right now. I am going to show you where I have posted the website and as well as some features of this website. So I want to welcome each and every one of you to my desktop. I am not using Windows. And for those who are still using Windows and on an older system, you just have, I think it's a couple months in order to change over. I have made the change a few years ago, and this is my desktop that is absolutely clutter free. I like a free flowing desktop and everything is just a okay with my Linux system. I am actually using Linux Mint. It is the most up-to-date system that I am using here on a PC that I built myself, and I'm very proud of it. All right, so yeah, let's get behind the scenes after that shameless plug. Let's get behind the scenes of my brand new website. Okay, so I have an IntelliHide um, search bar. And if you hear me making any weird noises, it's because my sinuses are affected. And right now in Trinidad and Tobago, our entire island is covered with Sahara dust, so it affects me. So just forgive me if you hear any weird noises. All right, so I'm just going at the bottom here, and I'm using Google Chrome. I know a lot of people have problems using Google Chrome, but I find that everything is so very much streamlined here. I have my podcasts on its own little section out. I have my personal. I also have my blog section. I have my church where I do all my live streaming and so on. And I have two personal sections that I use. I am going to go here because it's where I do most of my stuff, and everything that you see here is what I use regularly. Chat GPT, very useful. KDP Amazon, where you can see my books. If I just click right there, my books come all the way up. All right, so I can check on my sales and all of that. But that is besides the point. Today we are going to be going into my drive, which is where I store all of my website's information, and of course it's right here. It says Desborne O'Neil, so I'm just gonna click that, and it's gonna bring me up right behind the scenes. This is the back door. This is behind. All right. So if I want to edit this website, here is where I would usually come. Now I've decided to use Google Sites because it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay to host anything. It's absolutely free. But of course, you will have this weird long, and I'm going to show you. View published site. I'm going to go there. Right, so you're going to have this sites.google.com/view/Desborne O'Neil/home, and of course every tab that you click here, it's going to have a different thing. So this is the home page, and if I go to the portal page, it's going to be /portal /upcoming events, upcoming projects, and that kind of thing. But we're gonna go through there in a little bit. All right. So this is just a little insight for those who looking to have some, how to say, you want to leave your footprint on the World Wide Web, and you want to just let people know what's going on with you, what's taking place. This is a very good place to start, and as you gain traction, you may want to increase and go into a paid website hosting program. All right, yeah, you may want to pay and get into a website hosting program, but for my needs, Google Sites is just fine enough. All right, so I have my homepage that introduces you to who I am, right? And yes, this is me. People ask me the question: Is that you? Did this picture was this picture taken a long time? Well, it probably was a few years ago, but yeah, it's me before I had a beard going and all of that. All right, and right here is where I have my books. I don't want to do any edits to this particular page right now, so I am going to go straight over into the website itself. And here is where we are into the homepage section. All right, and it just introduces you to who I am. Hailing from the vibrant island of Trinidad and Tobago, Desborne O'Neil is a man of humble beginnings with a profound passion for transforming lives, both spiritually and naturally, through the power of writing. And as an author, speaker, and advocate for personal growth, he weaves wisdom, experience, and inspiration into every page, guiding readers toward healing, self-discovery, and empowerment. So yes, this is basically what I do, and because of what I do, it manifests itself into the books that I write. And because most of us, if not all of us, are affected by relationships in one way or the other, you cannot live on the earth and not be affected by a relationship in a good way or a bad way. But here's the thing. Most of our relationships, we end up with people who think that they are normal, who go around thinking that they are normal. They are thinking that nothing is wrong with them, but they have no idea that there is this sort of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde going on with each and every one of us, both male and female. And most of us would like to think that we are all right, that nothing is wrong with us. But the thing is, when we get into a relationship, this is where we recognize that, wait a minute, I have some issues, and these are what my books are geared towards. So don't think that I'm gonna buy this book for somebody else and give them because they are bad and I am good. Most of us, we have that sort of narrative. Anybody who does not agree with us in terms of how we think and what we do are labeled bad, and we are good and everybody else is bad. But I trust me, I've done the work. I've looked at the inner me, and this what we are seeing here. So these are 3 of my books that have gained some traction. I have not sold 100 books as yet, but they are indefinitely gaining some traction on the internet. And because they have gained some traction, I have decided to put them here. All right. The first one on the left is called Bound by Pain. And let me go back to the behind the scenes to show you how I was able to do that. Let me go up to, go down here, right? So Bound by Pain, this allows you, if you notice on the right here, there's the content blocks, and I was able to put across a content block here and just fill it up with my images, the images of my books, and as well as the links. So if you notice that each link is underlined, and all I had to do was to use this link here, this link joiner here. So what happens is that whenever you click the link over here, Bound by Pain, you click that, it takes you directly to Amazon. So you don't have to actually go on Amazon to find my books. All you have to do is to come to the website, and I have used a link shortener, and I am going to put that into the comment section of this video, so that it's going to be very easy for you to find, and you can share it and so on. All right, and yeah, so you can come straight over, and Bong by Pain, you can get your own personalized copy for only $7.99, and there's free delivery that is available. All right, if you would prefer a digital copy, there should be a digital copy available as well. But my book, Bong by Pain, is a very interesting one, and it says here, Bound by Pain, the grip of trauma bonds is a powerful guide for those who feel trapped in an abusive relationship. And when we talk about abusive relationship, it doesn't have to be physical all the time. It could be emotional abuse, yes, and it could be psychological abuse. And this type of abuse goes unnoticed. Contrary to popular belief, a lot of men suffer from a lot of psychological abuse. I see this particular couple on TikTok, and they have it sort of like a running gag. The woman, she curses her husband. Curses him because it's like he's not right. He can't seem to do anything right, and the type of language she uses against this man. And at first it seems like something funny, but after watching it a couple times, I recognize that what we make fun of is actually a dysfunctional and toxic relationship. All right, and a lot of men will not acknowledge that they are being psychologically abused. They are being, belittled and pulled down, and all of that, and it affects you. It affects who you are as a man. It affects you deeply. Women seem to talk about it, and when you talk about narcissism on the whole, men, the figure that originally enters the mind is that of a man. But it will surprise you that a lot of narcissists go unchecked, and a lot of emotional abuse happens to men, and I would say more than women, because the woman or the woman would report it, but the man would not. He suffers in silence. And so the statistics that we have is broadly made up of women, but how many men go through psychological abuse? So it is a powerful guide for those who feel trapped in abusive relationships, unable to break free from the cycle of emotional and psychological control. This book by Pastor Desborne O'Neil, and spoiler alert, yes, I'm a pastor, dives deep into the hidden dynamics of trauma bonds, the intense attachment to someone who causes pain. And you would think that I would not allow this person who causes me pain for me to be gravitating there. But let me show you the reality is so much different, and there's so much to learn about the human psyche. And that which we say we are not going to get involved in, it is that which we end up being involved in. And most women would say, I am not going to be with an abusive man. And they actually seek out and find themselves into an abusive relationship with this individual. And I am not going to talk anymore on this book there. I want you to go out and buy it for yourself and see that this is a text that you will need for your own personal life. All right, so yeah, that is Bong by Pain. Another one, and I do have this dabbling a little bit in terms of my poetry stance and that kind of thing. And this book took a while to write. In fact, probably over a year to write. This one is called Unchained, Poems of Freedom and Healing. right? It's a deep personal and evocative collection of poetry that explores the emotional journey of breaking free from toxic narcissistic relationship. And of course, written by me, each poem serves as a reflection on the pain, manipulation, and control endured, as well as the eventual triumph of reclaiming one's identity and strength. So you might not recognize that you are uh, being what being in a narcissistic relationship does to you. Now, this happens to both male and female, and as I said before, most male end up with a narcissistic female and they have absolutely no idea. They just feel that this is that's the way how women are. This is what women do, and I'm just gonna have to live with it. But really and truly, it causes some deep psychological issues with you. You tend to not believe your own narrative. You tend to not believe your own reality. You tend to not even believe your own self. This is also why a lot of us we gravitate to movies that champions the underdog, because we project ourselves into the underdog character in that movie, and when that underdog overcomes something, we feel like we have overcome something, but the movie ends in an hour and a half. The movie ends in if it's 1 hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, but our lives still continue, and we need to be the hero in our own lives and overcome all of the stigma, all of the doubt, all of the shame that people have been instilling into our minds and making us believe that is who we are. You see, and that is just goes to show you how deep these books are. These books really are, and so I would say that you would need to get a copy of Unchained. Right, the collection is divided into powerful thematic sections, guiding readers through the process of awakening, understanding, self-discovery, emotional liberation, right? With raw honesty and profound insight, Unchained delves into the complexities of toxic love and the struggle to escape its grip. Through vivid imagery and heartfelt verses, O'Neil sheds light on the often unspoken pain of those who have experienced emotional abuse, offering solace and hope. Trust me, folks, this is a book that you would like to get. It's available on my website. You click Unchained right here, and it's going to take you direct to Amazon, where you can get this book at a 50% off right now. Right now, if you do it, you can get 50% off on this text and have your own copy of the text. My first in the series is Breaking Free, which it seems to be the last one that I'm talking about here. But first in the series is a book called Breaking Free, which is built on a lot of personal, very much personal experience. That's the word I was looking for in my mind, based on personal experience. And so most of us can identify with this. Imagine being showered with compliments, gifts, and imagine being showered with compliments, gifts, and affections from someone who seems too good to be true. This young woman, she calls you every day. She calls you, or this young man, he calls you every day, finds out about you. Did you reach the work on time? Did you have lunch? Did you, how's your day going? Who got you vexed on the job and that kind of thing. And so we are interested in people like that. They show care, they show empathy. But as narcissist does not have empathy, and let me explain that. A narcissist does not have the ability to understand what another person feels. It's impossible. It is impossible. Now, it is possible through God, to break that stronghold, but by and large, it is impossible for a narcissist to experience empathy. if they experience empathy, then they are not a narcissist, but a person who cannot experience what is happening. All right, and so in the initial stage, it's called the love bombing stage, and this is where they seem too good to be true. They check up on you. Maybe they might buy lunch. Maybe they might be interested. Maybe they might call you more than necessary, and so on. And it starts with passion, excitement, leaving you feeling like you found that perfect person, whether it be him or her. But slowly things begin to change. The adoration turns into control. All right, and she grips you, and all of a sudden you can't line with your friends anymore. You can't go the places that you want to go to anymore, because now if you do that, she traps you with the mind games and with the gaslighting aspect of the fact that you do not like her. So if you don't stoop to her demands or his demands, it is tantamount to you being against them, and this is how they control you. So the compliments fade into criticism, and the person who you once trusted becomes a source of confusion and pain. And it is this hot cold push pull dynamic that ends up keeping us bound psychologically in a relationship. A lot of women, you would hear them, but I love him. No, you don't love him. You are attracted to trauma. And that's why the first book here, Bound by Pain, you have at what is called a trauma grip, right? Because it's like drugs. The love bombing section releases dopamine in the brain, and we gravitate to that. So nothing is wrong with that. It's a chemical that God has made all of us with, and so we are attracted now to love and somebody who loves us. But with the narcissists, what they do is it's like drugs. They come in very, very hard, very, very sweet, very, very how to say, intense in the start, and then they pull away. That pulling away, it's like the body now saying, but I like the feeling. Where is that feeling? And you will move heaven and earth like a druggie that got his first hit of cocaine, and you are going, and I've never tried cocaine, but this is what they say. All right, and you are going back into it, and you want to know, but how come you're trying to get that first hit and you never get it, so you end up chasing the person, and that's why you end up being trapped in this cycle. And as a narcissist, they hit you with the love bombing, and then right after the love bombing, there is the devaluation stage, where they begin to criticize you, where they begin to find all manner of faults, where they begin to belittle you. And yes, men, you might just shrug it off because she calling you all types of derogatory names, and maybe you're accustomed to that. But after a while, it digs into your psyche, and it begins to rewrite who you are as an individual. And this is demonic, this is diabolical, and a lot of people, we are results of narcissistic abuse in our lives, by the men in our lives, by the women in our lives, by the mothers, by the fathers, by the coaches in our lives, because it isn't just reserved for this relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You have family relationships, mothers, fathers, uncles, caregivers, all right, coaches. If you are involved in football, soccer, baseball, whatever have you, you have coaches that are very much narcissistic, and you get in there as a new person into whatever sport it is, and the coach pulls you underneath his or her wings, and then after a while, you feel okay, and you feel elevated, you are important, you're doing something good, and then they discard you, and you want to know, well, what's happening, what's taking place. And so breaking free goes into what happens, why are we addicted to these types of relationships, and how to recognize and how to escape. Because let me tell you, I am on some groups on Facebook, and Some people, I am telling you, the only time they recognize that they are in a narcissistic relationship, some of them is 10 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, that people now realizing that they are in a narcissistic relationship because they have made themselves a floor cloth, a mat, a doormat, just to get that person to love them again. And it goes in waves, it goes in circles, and you need to get out of that. It's toxic. It's not. And the thing is, the narcissist loves, but not like a no ordinary person love. And narcissistic love is one of utility. They see persons as, this person helps me get this. That you are just a tool. So the narcissist sees you as a tool. This young woman that you feel loves you, and she might think that she loves you, but how she loves you, how he loves you, is because you are able to get something for them. You are able to do something for them. And narcissist sees you as a tool. They are not there to help you. They are just there to suck your life source. So this is where there's the actual living vampire. So vampires are real, and you're going to learn about that in my book, Breaking Free. All right? And so the scenario is all too familiar for those trapped in a narcissistic relationship, a bond that can be emotionally draining. And so I took the time to speak to you a lot about the books, and to show you how important they are. And you really, really want to get a copy of each of them. And so this is just the first section of my website. Pretty exciting. All right, so below are 3 of Desborne's best-selling books. Click on the links to learn more. And I just took you through that and the links. All right, so the next section of the website is called the shopping portal. And if you click here, I will have been able to find a way to introduce some items, and I'm going to be changing these maybe every 6 months or so. All right, so that's to help you, to let you know that you can keep coming back and getting some good deals. All right, and so we have some very good deals here. This headphones is trending. All right, and has enhanced awareness. You can hear your surroundings and stay connected. All right, so the noise cancelling is AI enhanced clear calls. All right, and it's faster, more stable, 5.4 Bluetooth. All right, and 5.4 is more stable than 5.2. All right, and has a sweat guard for those of you that are gym fanatics and so on. And so you can go here and you can click add to bag. You can go to the checkout, and it's a fully functional, right? And you can pay using PayPal. Put in your email address, pay using PayPal or your debit or credit card, and fully functional. All right, you can learn more about the products that are here. Right, you can learn a whole lot more. And yeah, so it's a fully functional section right here. So that's the shopping portal. Next, you have my upcoming projects, and this is me in my my PEP. This is when I used to work at the airport as a manager. All right, so I actually had my own office and everything here at our Piaco airport. I was the manager of one of the ground handling companies there, and so I just found that you can use this image to speak about my projects that are upcoming. And I do have a book on relationships that is coming up, right? It is definitely coming up. So you can be part of our email list. So if you want to know more about what we are doing, what we are into, you want to just sign up for our email list. So I'm putting a plug in there for that as well. I also have a blog post, and you can actually go across here and click and go straight into our blog post where we do reviews as well. All right. Yeah, I have an AMR's wireless gaming headphones. I do some reviews on that. I'm also a photographer, so you'll find a lot of photography tutorials. Here, how to create a thumbnail, how to adjust the lighting in GIMP, how to turn any photo into black and white in GIMP. And GIMP is a free tool that is very powerful, just as powerful as Photoshop. That you can use as well. And yeah, so we have our blog section, and you can get in, and we have quite a number of things. March 2024, bouncing back, steps to recover after vehicle repossession, something that we know all too well about. You can get in there. And history of Valentine's Day, we have things on that. We have things February. Right, yeah. So quite a few things. This is a blog post that you can get yourself into, and you don't want to miss out on that. Right, and yeah, there's a portal right here where you can click, and if you want to learn a new skill, you want to learn how to develop photos and so on, we teach all of that. And then of course you have our About Us page, right, and that is me there, the different sections of me. And we are, when I say we, I'm not talking about myself now, but I'm talking about the human being, which includes you. We are so multifaceted. Do not allow anybody to tell you, okay, you are this and you are that. You are much more than that. And I wanted to show the different sides here. And while you look at these 3 photos, you notice that all of them are different. And it just shows that that us as individuals, we are multifaceted. We have so many layers to our lives, so many sections, so many faces as to who we are. Do not let anybody hold you down to this one thing. I might be a writer, but I am also a pastor, a preacher, a public speaker. I build computers, all right, and all of that. Yeah, so we have our church section that is right here, and you can go straight and actually listen to some soul stirring and awe-inspiring sermons, all right, that we do every single Sunday. And all these are messages that are geared towards helping you become a better you, right? Fight for your faith. It's already done, right? Keep on moving. The pain of living without Christ, from broken to beautiful. We also do Bible study, so purgatory. We're gonna get long and talk about that. Is Jesus Christ an angel? A lot of people, they put their own thoughts without getting into the Word, and so we get in there. The cost of true worship. Wake up, and all of that. Right? Stand out from the crowd. And so all of these are messages, shocking scriptures about Jesus Christ. And if you really, really want to get into some Bible study, trust me, this portal. So I am just showing you, that's right here, that we have so many things that are going on with us. O'Neil Writes is an official platform of Desborne O'Neil, passionate author, pastor, communicator, dedicated to empowering individuals through the written word. Desborne's journey as a writer began with a simple but significant achievement: distinction in the English language. Yeah, fun fact, we are an English major. During secondary school, this early success was a clear indicator that he was not only a gifted communicator, I also talk plenty as well, but also destined to explore the world of writing in a meaningful way. Right, and so let's talk a little bit about myself, talk a little bit about the church, and you can explore our books. If we click here, of course, you go straight back into all of our books that are available on Amazon right now. All right, so That's it. Yes, yes, we have come to the end of this video. If you are still with us, yeah, and then you deserve an award. I want you to click like. I want you to click subscribe. All right, and you're gonna learn a whole lot more about us as well. So I trust that you enjoyed the tour of our website here, and of course the many books that we have available. I spoke mostly about these books here, but we have so much other books that we have authored as well. We have books on, because as I said before, I am a photographer, and astrophotography is one of my latest passions. So I've actually stopped doing weddings and birthdays and special photo shoots. Although if you ask me, I can still do one for you. But astrophotography, I find it's an amazing, amazing, amazing thing. The light that reaches us, some of them are millions of light years. They have just now reaching the retina in our eye. And so when we take a photo of deep sky objects, or not just planets, I'm looking at here, galaxies and so on. When you take a photo of galaxies, it is that you are looking back into time, because the light that reaches us actually emanated millions of light years ago. And that is so fantastic. All right. And so, how to get started in astrophotography, you can learn a whole lot about that. This book is available as a Kindle. And I did it that way because you can always have it with you. You can download the Kindle app on your smartphone, and you can have it with you right through. Right. We have a prayer journal. You're into prayer. Surviving the Mountaintop, which was one of my very first books. Right, my very, very first book, Surviving the Mountaintop. And I'm passionate about this book, and it just shows you that once you reach the top, don't stop. Right, because that's when most people end up suffering a fall in life, because you tell yourself, yes, I've reached, yes, I've passed the exam, yes, I got in partnership in the law firm or in the doctor firm. I've reached a partner, and now I can rest and relax. And that is when we put down our guard, we take off our armor. This is when we have problems. So it's not surviving the valleys, because most people struggle to get out the valleys. The mountaintop is what a lot of people don't recognize. And so, yeah, it's a very good book for you to put into your own personal library. So that's it there for now. All right. And as I said, because I have brought you to the back side, or the back door of my website, I that's showing you how intuitive Google Sites is, how very fast and so on it is, and it is absolutely free. You can start your own website here on using Google Sites. All right, and to get into Google Sites is very easy. You simply go into this thing right here. You go into your drive, right, and while you are in your drive, right, while you are in your drive, you can click new, and then you go down to more, and then you will see Google Sites right here, right? And it is so easy to start your own website for yourself. You don't need a coder, all right? Although coders will make something definite for you, but Google Sites also has some templates that you can use. So let me just show you the templates very quickly before we come out. Go to more, go down to Google Sites, and you click that. All right, and you are here, and there are some templates that you can use. All right, pages, themes, right, It's an untitled site here so far. Settings, all right, and yeah, you can do a whole lot of things on the inside here. All right, insert. So you can insert text. You can insert images, pages. Go to home. Right, you can duplicate your page. Right, a number of things you can do right on the inside here. Right, and if you go down on the bottom here, there's a new page you can put. There's a new link you can put. You can embed codes. There's a new menu section you can put in, and all of that. Enter your site name, and you are ready to go. All right. So that's to show you the many different things that you can do on the inside here. You can input forms, charts, right? You can put in whole YouTube videos. You can put in social links from your different social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, what have you. You can do all of that. All right. And so I just hope that I was able to inspire somebody somewhere along the line, all right, in terms of how to get started in Google Sites. Have your own personal website like me, and I can view the published website that is up and running right now. Right, and yeah, so that's it for now. So I trust and hope that you love this video. Please like and subscribe. All right, and this is Desborne O'Neil saying thank you so much for joining us, and until we meet again for another insight or something new that we are doing. All right, take care and God bless you all richly.